So a lot of clients that we work with adopt a vegetarian lifestyle for either reasons that they think it's healthy, for ethical reasons, religious reasons, whatever it may be. Now, while there is some controversy about whether that's the optimal diet, we don't really want to focus on that when we work with our clients who come to us as vegetarians. We don't want to completely change how they view the world, especially if it's ethical or religious reasons. But when we work with them, we do let them know that adopting a vegetarian diet can, and oftentimes does, result in some nutritional deficiencies. So we're going to talk about 4 of those today and kind of the best ways to address them. So the first one is, iron is incredibly important in our body. It's used to transport oxygen and hemoglobin. And one of the reasons that vegetarians may be deficient is that we get quite a bit of iron from our diet. And the iron that is available in plant foods is not quite as bioavailable and isn't as absorbed quite as well as animal protein. So there's just a lot of biochemistry that goes on and why it isn't taken up. But the important thing is that vegetarians can become iron deficient. Now, should all of them be taking an iron supplement? I don't think so. I think what should happen is you should work with your client to see, are they feeling tired all the time? Are they feeling lethargic? And if so, have them get their blood work done. And it wouldn't be surprising if those individuals are iron deficient. So, supplement with a low dose of iron. Now, the next one is actually DHA, which is docosahexaenoic acid. It's one of the omega-3s that we consider to be really healthy. It's the longest chain one that really our body uses for most intents and purposes. Now, there's a lot of foods that promote omega-3s, especially vegetarian foods, things like flaxseed that they say are omega-3 rich. Well, unfortunately, those are the really short chain ALA, not the DHA, the ALA. So it's a short chain, and our body can convert that to the long chain, but it's a really inefficient. I think it's somewhere between 1 to 4% depending on the individual. So only about 1 to 4% of that ALA is converted to DHA. So we recommend that vegetarians oftentimes supplement with a EPA and DHA rich fish oil. Now the next deficiency is often B12. So vitamin B12, also known as cobalamin, is produced in the gut of animals. It's the only vitamin that we can obtain from plants or sunlight in any form. So plants don't need B12, so they don't store it. So you really don't get any vitamin B12 from plants. Now, it is true that plant foods contain B12, but it's actually a B12 analog called acobamide. And those actually block the intake and increase the need of true B12. So this really explains why studies that with vegetarians consistently demonstrate that 50% of long-term vegetarians and 80% of vegans are often deficient in B12. So now the last deficiency is one you guys probably don't know too much about. It's choline. So choline is something that's found a lot in eggs and other kind of animal fats that is really important in our diet. It's involved in neurotransmitters that are used in our brain and our muscles. It's involved in a lot of processes in our liver, and if you're choline deficient, you can end up in fatty liver disease. So we often recommend that vegetarians can also supplement with a choline if they're not eating eggs or anything like that. So those are 4 easy tips for vegetarians to think about: is supplement with iron, B12, DHA, and choline. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.